Assalamu alaikum, I'm your sister Naomi. Did you know that in medieval Europe, bathing was considered sinful? That the church considered a dirty, stinky body as a badge of piety? This according to St. Francis of Assisi, who was a 13th century Italian friar who, according to Britannica.com, quote, is one of the most venerated religious figures in Roman Catholic history. It is also noted that King Louis XVI of France, along with Queen Isabella of Spain, bathed only twice in their lifetimes. One of those two times was when they were born. Ugh. The church discouraged bathing, washing your bodies. So many of the followers, they would use strong perfumes and powders to cover their smells. They saw bathhouses, because of the Greeks and the Romans, as places that were indecent. And they encouraged the act of abandoning the act of washing your body altogether. Medieval Europeans not only were dirty, this is the church. This is the church as a rule. But they also washed their clothes in ashes and urine, like pee, right? You can find this on ancient-origins.net. Europeans, historians argue, only started bathing due to the influence of the Ottoman Empire, the Muslims, according to historyofyesterday.com, and there's many other sources. A basic rule in Islam is that you have to be clean. Muslims were the first to introduce perfumed soap as it is known today, like in a bar. Muslims invented soap in the 9th century in the Middle East. Muslims also introduced the first toothbrush, one that freshens the breath along with cleanses the teeth and the mouth. It's called a miswak. Being clean is a basic rule of Islam. Being physically clean is a basic rule of Islam. We have wudu, which is an ablution before you make your prayers. We have certain showers when you're coming off of your menstruation and you need to go back to praying, when you're intimate with your spouse and you need to go back to praying. On Friday before you go to Juma, it's encouraged to take a shower, discouraged to eat garlic, encouraged to, for the men to wear something that smells good, to use the miswak so your mouth is fresh. Being clean is a basic in Islam. Personal hygiene is at the forefront. So if you learn anything about Islam today, know that being clean and having a washed body and mouth is part of our religion. There's also rules, like it goes on to even how to use the bathroom. Even how to use the bathroom, to clean yourself with your left hand, eat only with your right hand, to if you go to a mosque, just check out the bathrooms, okay? There is not just the wiping with the tissue and all. You have to wash yourself when you use the bathroom. So many people may not know this about Muslims. Many people may not know this about Islam. Muslims, the religion of Islam, again, one of the basics is you have to be clean. You have to be clean. You have to be clean. There's lots of things that the Muslims invented, along with the soap that we just went over right now, the miswak, using the miswak, which is a branch, okay? That was endorsed by the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. There is also chess, there is coffee, there is chemistry, there is algebra. There is the first and still running university that was created by a woman in Morocco. There are so many things that the Muslims have done to contribute to the world. So I wanted to share just the cleansing aspect. You know, in this climate now with this virus that's running around, the rest of the world was like they had to be told to wash your hands. Muslims been washing their hands. Not only wash your hands, clean your nose, wash your nose, clean inside of your ears. You know, wipe your head, the scalp. Make sure your scalp is clean. Clean your feet several times a day. Rinse your mouth out. Wash your face. Once again, several times a day. So these are some of the things that, to me, your average person may not know about Muslims. I certainly didn't know this. And especially because a lot of this history is covered, you know, especially like with the Queen Isabella that I just mentioned, when her and King Ferdinand and the Christopher Columbus and the Juan Ponce de Leon and all these conquistadores started to wipe away the Islamic roots and cultures of the lands that, you know, that were inhabited, that they took over. You know, when Al-Andalus was destroyed and people went from being clean, not eating pork, being sober, being these religions living together and being respected, to dirty, nasty, washing your clothes with pee. Spiritual leaders telling you that Muslims don't even believe in God. These dirty, dirty people. Not to mention, if you read the Bible, there's many references to making ablution in, you know, the Old Testament, and even Jesus, peace be upon him, when he even washed the feet of his disciples, alayhi salam. But then who switched that up again? Paul. So many people who follow the Christianity of today is not the Christianity of Jesus, peace be upon him, because he was clean and he was sober. He was clean and he was sober. So what is being practiced today and what is being taught and stuff like that, that's like Paul. This is the Christianity of Paul, not of Jesus, peace be upon him. Paul, who never met Jesus, peace be upon him, who switched and contradicted everything that Jesus said. Not only that, there's even certain references where it's kind of like mocked. Like, oh no, the Pharisees and those people, they wash themselves. We don't wash ourselves. Y'all nasty. Y'all nasty. So yeah, just some interesting facts I wanted to share. Again, just a basic of Islam. Muslims are clean. Not just in theory, our clothes, everything is clean. No matter how poor you are, being clean is part of the religion. Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.